not a classic unless it's classic.
That's right. It's a motherfucking classic.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got another live reaction, man. And for those that's watching on the playback, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And this video is brought to you by The Sacrifice. Now, Celeste RIVAS. David planned sacrifice for the industry. Now, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on with the situation where it seemed like there's answers right in front of you, but for some reason, nothing seemed to be happening from it. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like I said. If y'all new, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it, man. This is crazy.
Losing relationships, it's just everything has kind of been shaping and leading up to this project in such a domino effect way.
The 14-year-old girl was last seen alive in photos at the beginning of this year. Police believe that she was killed in the spring, and David has seemingly gone into hiding. Garagos says that investigators are specifically now.
A friend of singer David has been arrested after allegedly failing to appear as a witness in a Los Angeles courtroom. According to TMZ, well-known streamer Neo Langston was taken into custody in Montana.
In the back of my mind, I killed you.
Yo, I never heard of this dude, and I don't think I ever probably would have heard of him. Unfortunately, because of this situation, is the reason why I heard of him. But singing wise, do y'all think that he's talented? Like, I don't really like it, to be honest. Sound kind of mid to me. You know what I'm saying? Sound like Boo Boo.
And I didn't even regret it.
Welcome to the sacrificed.
It's crazy. And check out that warning, man. It says that the intention of this video is not to convince you one way or another, but to simply raise our collective level of awareness. Now, hey, y'all gotta agree with that, man, because this isn't no direct correlation to saying that he did X, Y, and Z. But it is bringing awareness to this whole situation, man, because you can't lie, man. This all this that happened, it just came out of left field, and it's crazy too. So, you know, it's definitely vital that we put that disclaimer out there. We're not saying that this is exactly what's happening, but people are putting things together. So, you know, take it as you may, you know. And RIP to this little girl that lost her life, man. It's very unfortunate.
Not to wither, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, the process of, you know, getting outside my house and exploring the world and finding friends, finding relationships, losing relationships. It's just, everything has kind of been shaping and leading up to this project in such a domino effect way, you know?
Like just living life and feeling.
This album is my life. Like, Withered is my life. Petals of Thorns and Lost Petals are what I wanted my life to be, and then Withered is my life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So where do they align at all?
They do indeed, because like I said, I kind of felt like it was a prophetic thing that I was speaking about heartbreak and love and all these things that I'd never experienced before.
Like I said, I kind of felt like it was a prophetic thing that I was speaking about heartbreak and...
Yeah. Don't sound right at all, man. Like, it's too many coincidences for this situation not to be relevant in this guy's life, man. Like, you know, I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. But, man, what do y'all think about all this evidence that's been put out there, though?
Love and all these things I had never experienced before.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I know you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. Nah, you tripping. Out the door and you tripping.
Oh my god.
So is this her at a party with them?
Nah, cause you tripping. Move the out of here.
You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
We need to delete this.
Are we, Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too? Can we delete anything?
Wait. And this dude was seen on live with her? That's her, right? Allegedly? Or is that somebody else? But you telling me all these connections and yeah, man.
You done for, bro? Y'all are not done? Now you gonna Epstein? Yo, wait.
Oh, look it. Answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan, big spam. Bro, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even...
He trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Hey everybody, it's David here. Today I'm gonna be talking about sin and God's forgiveness, and I'm gonna be reading from Romans 7:14, and it goes like this: We know that the law is spiritual, but I am unspiritual, sold as a slave to sin. I do not understand what I do, because I do what I don't want to do, and I hate what I do. And if I do what I don't want to do, I agree that the law is good. As it is, I am no longer myself who does those things, but the sin living in me. For I know that the good itself does not dwell in me, and that it's the sinful nature that dwells in me. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out.
So this dude is aware of the Bible. Is this like some type of like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like the power of the tongue is very important to make sure that you're saying the right thing, because let's just say that he's not connected to this, but all these other messages that he put out there don't do anything to help him in this situation, to where people can easily put him in that category of him being guilty. You know, from the music video, just the subject matter that he talked about don't look too good, man.
For I do not the good that I want to do, but the evil that I don't want to do, this I keep on doing. Now if I do what I don't want to do, it is no longer I who did it, but the sin living in me that does it. And this is Paul talking about his struggles with sin and how he cannot overcome that overwhelming urge to continue to do wrong, although he knows right from wrong and good and bad. I feel like we all have a moral compass, and that moral compass will always lead us to the good option, but sometimes the bad option is easier. You take that easier route. It's a cop-out. You don't have to deal with the consequences of your sin by sinning. And personally, for me, I used to struggle a lot with lying. And lying is the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest sin to commit. And the devil is a liar. And he can alter your thoughts. The difference between God and the devil is the devil never knows what you're thinking. God always knows what you're thinking, but the devil doesn't know. He can never know what you're thinking in your head because he's not all-knowing. But what he can do is manipulate your thoughts and continue to plant these seeds. Plant these seeds that, oh, if you do this, it's so much easier. You have no consequences. You will never have to deal with that part.
Wait, what the? Yeah, this dude's on some other stuff for sure. See what they saying in this video, they saying that he groomed her? They won't let me go see you perform. Yo, I'm watching a live right now, but I just want to say this because me and my friend are trying to recall everything. We're all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure, and then he made her get Discord. Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talk way more. She would literally say he great her, but then followed up with a joke, so I don't know if it was being for real or not. Yeah, this is wild. Too wild. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, this dude like, a lot of people get away with stuff when they have money, but I don't know how much money this dude has to let these charges just go away like that. Well, I take it back, not even the charges, but just this whole, eventually, who knows, but I think he possibly will be charged with something. Just for the simple fact that, you know, there's a connection that they're putting together between these two, and then you was found deceased in your vehicle. Come on now. Man.
A weird view and take on situations like that because I'm always looking for writing material in these types of things. So instead of taking it to the chin, being like, "Oh my God, like I'm heartbroken," like I go straight to my phone or BandLab, go straight to the studio and write about it. I never actually like fully process situations like that because I'm always expecting it to happen, and then as soon as it happens, I'm writing about it.
So you're expecting. Let's break that down.
Yeah.
Because I understand, like, going immediately to art, like, is a means of coping.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But you saying expecting it, meaning like you get into a friendship expecting it to end in a devastating, tragic, sad way, so it can inspire art. But are you manifesting that in a certain degree?
I don't know. I hope I'm not. I really hope I'm not.
Are you manifesting that in a certain degree? I don't know. I hope I'm not. I really hope I'm not.
Come on now. Wait, animation he put out before her disappearance, like, come on. Like, there's too many different things. Like, at the end of the day, people are really going to have to debate, did he particularly do it, or did he know someone that was close to him that did it?
Tonight, more than a week after a body was found inside an impounded Tesla registered to the singer who goes by the stage name David, Los Angeles investigators identifying the remains as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, the same girl who was reported missing last year, according to the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. Police first found the teen's decomposed body on September 8th after being called to a Hollywood tow yard because of a foul odor coming from the Tesla, which was impounded after a person reported the car abandoned. Law enforcement sources say that,
like, I know he tried to make some separation between, you know, her being in his car and him being on tour when she was founded. The car was impounded. Like, there's no way that you can get away over that. Yo, 33rd, what's happening? What's the word, 33rd? Yeah, we just doing this review video before I think I got some stuff to do in Hollywood tonight, man. But yeah, this whole David and Celeste situation is crazy. I really haven't looked into like all the details, but the sacrifice, they really do have some good videos that'll make you think. Like some might be all the way to the left to where it's like, come on, man. You like, you really think that's possible? But with this situation, it seemed like, you know, it's a lot of stuff that's it's not adding up properly.
remains were not intact, and according to the medical examiner, it appeared the girl, who is described as having wavy black hair and weighing about 71 pounds, had been dead inside the Tesla for an extended period of time. The singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, rose to fame on TikTok and is currently on tour. A spokesperson for the artist did not respond to NBC News' request for comment today, but last week said the 20-year-old was fully cooperating with the authorities. The LAPD is not calling the death criminal, saying in a statement that at this time, the agency does not have a crime classification from the coroner as to the mode or manner of death. Thus, we do not have any suspect information at this.
So no suspect information at this time. Like, that's crazy. Just chilling. I had a water leak at the crib today. It was a shit show. Oh, damn, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah. But them burst pipes, man, that can be very expensive once it comes to plumbing and stuff. I know it's not snowing and stuff like that out there, is it? Because, you know, everybody been talking about like this thunderstorm that's been going on lately.
Time. And right now, police have not said if they believe the singer David knew or ever had contact with the victim. We are just learning that his show scheduled for tonight in Seattle has now been canceled.
You don't have to be a medical examiner to know that a dead body does not stand a chance when stuffed into the trunk of a black Tesla and left in the Los Angeles heat in August. The natural process of decomposition goes into overdrive. And so it did with Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her body had decomposed so badly that when it was found on September 8th, one day after her 15th birthday, some reports said only a head and torso was found. Had she been dismembered? Or was the decomposition so bad that her head and torso were all that could be recognized at first? Investigators...
Yo, that's wild, yo. Like, there's no way that with all this happening to this young girl, there's no way that somebody got to take the blame for that. Either the singer David, a close associate, but I'm sure they're gonna solve this. Like, and then they said in the title, David planned sacrifice for the industry. Like, how true do y'all think that is? Like, the music industry has something to do with this? Like, really? Like, in any profession, man, a lot of stuff can happen to where if you got bread and you got money, yeah, you can pay for some stuff to happen. But the music industry, it hit that, like, let me heart that. It says, man, when I first seen this whole story was crazy. Yeah, man, like, it's crazy, it's sad, it borderline down there sound unbelievable. You know, but there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. So it's like, it's possible. Like, it's very possible.
Continue to list the young victim's cause and manner of death as deferred, meaning undetermined. But they've also now returned Celeste's remains to her family. So was the medical examiner able to fill in all those important blanks? Or did they have to give up looking because the answers are impossible to get? My next guest is the perfect person to ask all about this. Joseph Scott Morgan is a certified death investigator and the Distinguished Scholar of Applied Forensics at Jacksonville State University. He also hosts the extraordinarily popular podcast, Body Bags with Joseph.
Do y'all think that this will be solved? Like, seriously. We know it might take some time and everything, but will this case be solved? Like, that is the question, because it's a young man. Come on, man. Like, I know that they said that she ran away before and everything, so I don't know if things were the best at her own house before, you know, all this stuff happened, but it got too much attention for this just to go unnoticed.
With Scott Morgan, and he's a friend of mine and a friend of the show. It's good to have you back, Joe Scott. Let's get right to it. I just can't believe this report that the body has been returned to the family. Would they list the cause and manner of death the minute they find it? Or the fact that it's not listed and the remains have been returned, does that mean we're not going to get it?
No, I don't know that it necessarily means that we're not going to get the cause of death. I think that it might be coming. However, it might be vague. We might hear things like homicidal trauma and non-specific homicidal trauma, perhaps. But
we might hear things like homicidal trauma and non-specific homicidal trauma.
So what inspired the hook, "In the Back of My Mind You Died," is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear. I've seen people online take different meanings and interpretations from that one part of the song where it's like it's their past selves that's dying. And they're not even crying about it because they're evolved or become better people or have killed addictions and other...
Shut the
People ain't trying to hear that, bruh.
Different stuff like that. So I think it's very powerful in that way, too.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you.
I wanted you to feel the emotion in this part of the song, not just to repeat.
Like, homie sound like trash, too. Definitely in the studio with, like, auto-tune or some type of vocal, some type of vocal effect on his stuff, because he sound terrible.
The hook, but to say it in a different manner with the same feeling that the first part of it conveyed, which was in the back of my mind, but then you think that I'm gonna say you died, but I say I killed you. So it's not like the thought of her is gone by itself was something that she did, it was something that I decided to do. And I killed her in the back of my mind. It's really more of a figurative I killed you, especially in the back of my mind. I try to stress that in the back of my mind. That's why I say it so loud. In the back of my mind, you died. In the back of my mind, I killed you. So it's all in the mind, because that's the most...
In the back of my mind, I kill you. Like, that nigga sound terrible. Terrible.
Secure place you can be is in your mind. So if you can expel that thought from your mind, then everything else will just come together. Puzzle pieces will just align.
A while, and they did end up dating. There was, like, my son would come home and tell me, Celeste would tell him that there was issues at home, and him and other friends would see, marks like bruises on her, and she would say it was from her mom. And
so she's basically saying that her son was dating Celeste. I don't know, probably, obviously, maybe before David, maybe after, maybe during, like, obviously him talking about all of this jealousy.
She did run away, and that's when we found out about David and who she was actually really talking to.
So, like I said, I heard that she ran away. Buster, huh? Super Buster. It's like, they said that she ran away, right? So, was she running away solely for the purpose of trying to link up with this artist or singer, whatever you want to call him? Or is she having problems at the house before, and this was just an easy escape for her?
We did, multiple people went to the school about the abuse allegations when she initially ran away, and the mom was investigated. I was told she was cleared from all abuse allegations.
So she's saying that they told the school, they went to the school with these allegations of abuse. It's unclear exactly. She's kind of maybe inferring that it's more about her running away to be with David rather than the abuse within her own household. But she's saying that it was brushed off. The mother was investigated. They've cleared her of any wrongdoing, and things continued from there.
So where the bruises came from, I'm not positive, but around that time she was already hanging out with David. She already knew him, and from my understanding is the cops did initially bring her back, and the mom was kind of sleeping in her room with her with the door locked to make sure she wouldn't run away again.
Wow. So she's saying allegedly that the mother was actually sleeping in the room with Celeste and locking the door to make sure that she couldn't run away. So
the mom, okay, it seemed like the parents, they was on, like, trying to be on top of things. They know that their kid is, like, doing, things that they telling her not to do. It seemed like she's trying to be on top of it by stopping her, but it seemed like that didn't help. The dude seemed kind of creepy. What do you think? Yeah. That dude seemed real creepy, low key. And it's like, it make you question, like, what, like, 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 honestly, like, me personally, it's my own personal thoughts. Like, when you see dudes that, like, low-key wear, like, fingernail polish and stuff like that, it kind of make you look like, And, I guess he's trying to be like a rock star or whatever it is, but that it's questionable to me. The type of stuff that he was singing about, kind of questionable. We seen in the video, this dude was talking about he was into, like, gory stuff or whatever. Like, that's kind of off-putting. So there's a couple of things that already, like, are red flags to the point to where now you got this young girl missing and ended up unalived, and your creepy ass is like the center of attention for that. So, and then, like, that whole situation where he had, like, a casket or something at his performance is like, bruh, something ain't right. Something is not right.
If this is true, for all the people that were saying, the parents are at fault and yada yada, blame the parents. If this is to be believed, it sounds like the parents were doing absolutely everything within their power to keep her where she was supposed to be. Now, whether or not that was a safe household, that's still up for debate, but this paints a different picture of a family that's really trying to keep her locked down and keep her out of trouble.
But she did, unfortunately. But once everything about the David situation came out, she was very, like, when she went to school, she was very open about who she was with. She didn't keep it a secret. She told a lot of people. When we did find out about who she was with, she ran away again. She had sent my son a text saying that she'll always miss him and she thanks him for being kind to her. She blocked everyone except I think she forgot about one person. And she was pictured, I want to say it was either New York or San Francisco. So she made it there within hours because she was posted
And new developments in the case of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose body was found in the front trunk of singer David's impounded Tesla in September.
A source close to that case says that detectives now have identified a second suspect just days after David was actually named a suspect. Attorney Mark Garagos, who is not connected to this case, says that people close to the investigation have told him that this person could have been involved before, during, and even after Celeste's death. Now, the 14-year-old girl was last seen alive in photos at the beginning of this year. Police believe that she was killed in the spring, and David has seemingly gone into hiding. Garagos says that investigators are specifically now looking at a trip that David took to a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night. This is around the same time it's believed that the teenager died.
Looking at a trip that David took to a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night. This is around the same time it's believed that the teenager died. So,
man,
around the same time it's believed that the teenager died.
Like, I look back to old songs like Life's a Dream and all these songs I wrote in my closet or my sister's closet in 2022. When I'm looking at my life in the past 8 to 9 months, I'm like, whoa. Like, bro, these songs are soundtracking my life. So I hope I'm not involuntarily doing that, but it might be that way. I gotta lie.
Well, yeah.
Interesting. I gotta say, your family's so cool.
I know, right?
Your mom is the reason you, like, your mom is amazing.
She's the GOAT, bro.
Like, you just needed music for your video game videos, and, like, your mom could have, like, come up with another solution, but she was like, do it yourself. Like, who just goes, like, figure it out?
Shout out to Mom. That's my mom.
That's fucking awesome. Like, and then your sister, the
my
closet.
sister, too. Yeah.
So what part of this album was actually recorded in that closet? Because it was recorded between L.A., right?
Right. L.A., London. Most of it was in London.
That's
and
right.
the other half in Houston on my phone.
It was so interesting because I was looking through my old TikToks the other day, and I posted in May, 1 month before I released Romantic Homicide, with the caption like, you should never be holding your unreleased music. You could be one song away from blowing up. And then the next month I made Romantic Homicide, and I hated the song so much I didn't want to put it out, but like I had no other music to post, so I posted a snippet of it and then it took off.
I hate it too. I hate Romantic Homicide too. It sounds very trash, man.
What?
Very trash.
Hey, yo, what the?
Up overnight.
I begin with police action, a lot of it, in the story of a rising superstar named David and his dead underage girlfriend named Celeste Rivas Hernandez. We have heard it before, and we heard it again just last night, that Celeste ran away from her family again and again for a reason. Reports said that the girl's home life was troubled. Her middle school boyfriend, before she ran off with David, said that her mother treated her badly and that she often talked about running away. And now TMZ has the receipts of repeated police visits to Celeste's family home in Lake Elsinore, California, 70 miles away from the Hollywood Hills, where Celeste sought refuge in David's mansion.
So that's what I'm saying. With that narrative, is this something that the parents aren't really being 100 with? Like, the reason why she kept running away, was it because she was just looking for love in a wrong place, you know, or was she running away because like the parents was actually, you know, not treating her right? And I kind of think, you know, I think she is more infatuated with this dude, you know, and being rebellious.
TMZ has learned that the Riverside County Sheriff's Department responded to calls about Celeste's family or from Celeste's family about 11 times in a little over a year.
So 11 times within a little bit over a year, that's crazy. Right through the whole thing, so hard to believe. It's so out there that makes it, so I don't know what to think. Yeah, like, the shit is so crazy, and it sounds like something out of a movie, you know. So it's like a lot. It seems like a lot of the evidence is right there, like in front of your face, though. And a lot of times when things are like that blatantly in front of your face, some people overlook it and try to dig deeper for stuff, but it could be just right there. We all seeing it.
The dates are February 24, 2024 to April.
The sacrifice said 11 times and no one did anything?
2025. And remember, the family reported Celeste missing for the last time in April of 2024. So those calls continued for a year while she was ostensibly missing. And until this week, we believed that April of 2024 was the last time that they'd seen each other, right? Celeste and her family. But now we know different. And I'm going to come back to that in a hot minute. All of the police visits were listed as, quote, minor crime investigation, except for one of them. And that one was described as, quote, suspicious circumstances. Again, no details available from the police, but the dates of these calls speak volumes. 3 of the calls happened on one day, March 19th, 2024, which, by the way, yeah, that's the day that Celeste ran away. She was caught on surveillance camera in a neighborhood liquor store, running down the street at 7 a.m. Black car was seen pulling out after her, but it's not clear if Celeste had gotten into it. This was just something that happened that the liquor store owner saw, but it wasn't caught on tape. 2 of the 3 visits that day were to Celeste's home. Cops came to her home 2 times, but the 3rd visit that police made was to that liquor store. Celeste's sister also visited that liquor store on that day and asked to review that surveillance video. One of the other police visits that TMZ documented was at 9:29 p.m. on April 5th, 2024. That time is about a half hour after the family reported her missing to the police for the very last time. So they report her missing at 9 p.m. and at 9:30 the police are at their door. Officially, Celeste was still missing when her badly decomposed remains were found here in this impound lot in the front trunk of David's Tesla. This was 23 days ago. But was Celeste really still missing without a trace at this point? The other day, TMZ acquired video of Celeste in her parents' backyard on September 8th of 2024. That's 5 months after she supposedly ran.
Okay, like this do look like the same place where they was having like an argument before. And I don't know exactly who was arguing. I'm assuming that she was arguing with somebody. I don't know if it was family members or friends. But this definitely looked like the same location that she was at before.
Off for the last time. And it's also one day after her 14th birthday. Amazingly, the coincidence here is that it was 1 year to the day that her remains were discovered in David's trunk.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. I ain't tripping. Nah, you tripping. Out the door and you tripping.
Oh my god.
Nah, because you tripping. Move the out of here.
I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time.
Dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time. Visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time.
So that's what happened. After she ran away. And then on top of that, like, if she ran away, like, how come the family didn't do anything to keep her there? You know, like, low-key kind of, I wouldn't say, you don't have to call it. Well, maybe you have to call the cops and say, like, the person that was missing is finally back or something. David Carr left abandoned playing spooky, loud music. Per multiple sources, the Tesla where the body was found was a Model Y, not a Model 3, like the one shown in the video, and not a Model X as other community notes claim. Now, in this, they saying there's been a random Tesla parked across the street with no one in it playing this tune on repeat. Now, was it playing that music on repeat so you couldn't, like, it camouflage, like, the noises that was being made from inside the trunk and stuff? So you playing that funeral music? Yeah. Come on now. Come on now.
Now, why the fuck would the artist do that?
David reportedly bringing a casket, a wreath, and a notepad with a pencil for people to write letters to the deceased during his shows while on tour. Casket, right? Notepad and pencil to write.
In my classroom, in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up. I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
Wait, how long ago was
this? We all just found out yesterday who it was.
Not the teacher clout chasing.
But she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for like a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year, May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, that it was this rapper. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. Social media.
Dude. Just don't blame social media. Don't blame social media. They said that they met on Fortnite, so blame Fortnite if anything. And that's crazy. Like, I wonder how many people that met up off of Fortnite. Because I was hearing like they're saying like a lot of people be meeting up with people off of Roblox. And Roblox, like, you know, the demographic for that. I know there's like way more grown people playing Fortnite, but grown people playing Roblox, like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. So who are they arresting right here? Yeah, got one of the subscribers. And yeah, that's creepy as yeah, real creepy. Man, this world's turning into a crazy place. Back in the day, video games don't be doing that kind of ish. Yeah. And honestly, on some real stuff, like maybe I was just like on the wild side of things, but yeah, like around, like, if anybody remember like the AOL AIM. Like, we used to meet up with different people off of them, like, them chat rooms. But I'm trying to think, like, you know, they had, like, Black Planet and stuff or whatever. Even MySpace. Like, it wasn't, well, would you say that it, like, I guess it was more cliche and taboo to kind of meet somebody off the internet back then, but people still found a way to do it to where you didn't hear that many people getting, done dirty like how they have nowadays. Like, yeah, they have some creepy people back then, but now it seemed like it's more predatory to where, you know, that's what I'm saying with Roblox. Roblox seemed like a game that nobody over probably 14 or 16 will play on there. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure they have some people that's, in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s playing that type of game. So it's like, I don't know if more people are more creepier nowadays, or it's just since we got social media, everything is put out there in the front to where we can see a lot of people in the creepy stuff that they do. But yeah, I agree with you, 33rd. Like, how people are today, it's so many weirdos and crazy people out there to where it's like, yeah, man, it's hard it's hard to really fathom, like, what's the MO of these people, like what make them operate to do all this weird stuff. Now, there's somebody getting arrested. Is this because I heard some stuff they were saying like they was looking into like his homeboy or some like his quote unquote lover? Like, yeah, I don't know.
23-year-old Neo Langston, who was arrested in Thursday in Montana, of all places, on an out-of-state warrant for allegedly failing to appear in court as a witness. Now, Langston, a popular Twitch streamer who often appeared on social media with the singer, was transported back to LA for booking last week. He's already out of custody after posting bond on Saturday. Now, to be clear, we don't know exactly which case was the one that earned Langston a set of cuffs, but in December, TMZ reported that a witness for that grand jury that I mentioned earlier had been, quote, uncooperative with the investigation. So it's possible it isn't too tough to connect the dots right back to the David case. But our next guest may believe that arresting Neo Langston could be a sign that prosecutors don't have a strong case against David. Joining me now is missing persons private investigator Steve Fisher, who has been on this case from the very start, representing the owner of the property where David had reportedly been staying near where that Tesla was found. Steve, thanks for taking the time. What does this arrest say about the strength of the possible case against David, in your opinion?
It does worry me a little bit because I think personally, I believe there was multiple people involved in what happened, and or at a minimum, multiple people knew what happened. And Neo is a person that was around a lot, and by him, if he was subpoenaed as a witness, that worries me a little bit because targets typically won't be called before a grand jury. Or they would plead the fifth. So if they need him as a witness, that makes me think that he might be being offered a deal. And
but I hear you. If it was just right in a world where it was just him and just David who were responsible, I would say I hear your reservations, I hear your concerns. But isn't it possible that Langston wasn't actually involved in connection with Celeste's death or the disposal in any way, but has information about, let's say, allegedly David and other unidentified accomplices? Isn't that a possibility?
It's definitely a possibility, and I'm sure, I have a feeling that he does know, but I think personally, I think he played a bigger role. That's just my personal thoughts from what I've investigated so far. But that very well could be true. But he's been holding on to that information for a long time now. We're coming up on 5 months since she was found. And, obviously to ignore a grand jury subpoena, if indeed it was the grand jury that he was subpoenaed,
Grand jury is hearing testimony. TMZ says the panel heard yesterday from the head of David's touring company. And according to TMZ, the witness was overheard telling his own lawyer afterward in the hallway that the prosecutor who questioned him really pressed him, quote, on why I didn't call police. Now, he says that he reportedly responded, quote, I feel I didn't have the responsibility to do that and just wanted to continue with the tour. In fact, the tour,
Please be on.
Like, you serious? he don't feel like it was his responsibility. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody that I'm messing with or whatever it is, yes, like, you are responsible for whoever that you have around you because you want the company of these people. So for him to say that sounds very guilty. And in the video they said, what? But I thought he loved her. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, that isn't something that you would say to somebody that you was close with. That's wild.
David's tour was scrapped a couple weeks after Celeste's body was found. And though TMZ reports David is now officially a suspect in the teen's death and concealment, maybe both, no one yet has been arrested or charged in connection with what happened to her.
But he is also cooperating with authorities. The last anyone physically heard from her was the kid that was pictured taking the bag, and he actually had told my son that Celeste had told him to tell my son hi and that she missed him. And
go ahead, Jamie. I'll let you continue to speak.
Oh no, you're fine. It's just mind-boggling to me that that was all that, like, because when she did leave the second time, there was multiple people that went to the school and authorities. Like, we know where she's at. Like, can someone do something? And I don't know, like, what the mom did. I don't like the fact that they're still using the missing persons flyer from when she first went missing and was found, and she came back.
Which one was the first one? I'm going to show you.
This narrative that she was gone since.
Right.
The date on the poster.
Right. I'm going to show you, I have like 3 missing posters, but can you, if you notice if any of them are the original ones, could you tell me?
Yeah.
I seen this one.
No, the original one was black and red.
Oh, okay. Was it this one? Hold on, let me see. Here, hold on a second. Look at the bottom of that picture, that missing.
Yes, that's one.
Okay, that's her original? Okay, so let me see if I can full screen that. Let me see.
So she's saying it's strange that they kept using this old missing poster of her from 2024 when she went missing again in 2025.
Other than, Celeste making a statement about the bruises and things like that before, was there any other things that you can, kind of remember that gives just more of a background on, what Celeste possibly was enduring at home?
I was thinking about this last night, and because I remember,
Exactly.
This is like the last time I physically saw her, because I was dropping off my son's at school, and I believe Celeste was in the car in front of us in the drop-off line, and when she got out of the car, she just looked absolutely, like, mad. And she slammed the car door so hard, and she just had this look on her face, like, if looks could tell you to go tell you where to go and how to get there, that's probably the look she had on. So something definitely happened that morning, but that was... So, and I wish I remember the date, but yeah, that was specifically the last time I saw her, and she was mad.
Oh my goodness. That's just crazy. And you said that your son was he going to the same school she was going to the at that time, or was it just a different grade school at that time?
No, yeah, they were going to the same school, and so like my youngest, he was in 6th grade at the time when she was in 7th.
Oh my God, is that the same? Is that the same bracelet? Okay, Jordans, hoodie, some sweats. I clean people's shoes as a side hustle, by the way. Wait, what? Really? Like, is that her shoes for real, man? There's no way that David's first response to all of this happening, if he knows he's innocent, shouldn't he have gone about this in a much different way rather than let his career dwindle down like this? Now, the question is, do y'all think that his career has dwindled down? Because since all this, to be honest, from what I heard, he was doing pretty decent before. And then with all the speculation that went around, that definitely increased his numbers. Did his tour get canceled? Like, those are the questions that I had. This is True Crime Stuff Sucks. sucks you in. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, man. This whole stuff is crazy, bro. And honestly, it's like I really want the girl to get the justice that she deserves. Like, even if she was running away from her family, at the end of the day, like I said, like she don't deserve to have the ending that she had. So it's like this whole situation is just crazy, man. And then you got this dude making these crazy songs alluding to people losing their lives and stuff. Like, I'm telling you, this isn't like this just happened. Like, as far as all this stuff being found a couple months ago, so you know, it's just a matter of time before they actually put charges on him. And that's crazy. I haven't seen Dom live in a minute, man. Discord messages timeline revealed David was dating. Oh my god, he was dating Celeste when she was 2 years old. He was 17. Her last message on Discord was 3 months before she went missing in 2020. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I said, it's only really just a matter of time before they drop the anvil on him. Now, what's that numerology stuff? You should be sponsored by Ricola. Hell yeah. Definitely agree with you 100%, and I hope they catch that. That's would be, yeah, man. Pretty young little girl, man, and her life was ruined, due to some creepy ass person, man, and that's sad, man. Now, what they saying with these numbers? 164. Huh? Oh, like her whole name? But I thought her last name was Rivas. Or she had two last names? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, with that number stuff, I don't know about that, because, like, why they're using Hernandez, even if that's, like, her last name, how come they're not including the other one? Because they don't fit the narrative. So, with that numerology stuff, I don't know if I necessarily believe that type of stuff. But, yeah, man. That's kind of wild. Covering his eyes, Masonic for I don't see anything. What? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, how deep is this situation, man? Is it really on that? Or is that something that people are kind of stretching?
It's a whole different layer of depth for an album. I feel like, especially for me, when I'm having dialogue now and things that add to the story. I'm talking about the invisible string theory, which is a common theme and one of the most the motifs for the project. I really wanted the listeners to feel like they're reading a book almost, and they get into a different chapter with every song. There's also that kind of pause where they kind of take every song in by itself and then have this kind of visual landscape in this interlude to kind of be in my head, in my mindset, and why I wrote the project like this and how everything went, just to like keep them even more interested and connected throughout the project for sure.
At the end of the interlude, correct me if I'm wrong here, she says, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't respond. She says, I love you again. It repeats itself and you don't respond. Was that done purposely?
Absolutely, because the next song after that is This Really Love?
Some video has emerged of a police encounter involving David's family, who live back in Texas, where David
Man, this dude's all fake woke and everything.
grew up. This happened September 18th in a suburb of Houston. The footage acquired by TMZ shows officers approaching David's family home with their guns drawn. When David's father answers the door, police tell him that they're responding to a 911 call that came in about a shooting and a dead body at this home. David's mom joins them at the door, and it is soon clear that the cops and/or the Burke family, that's David's surname, had been pranked. There's actually a term for this. You probably heard it. It's called swatting. A bogus 911 call to provoke an armed response comes in, but it's a fake. Here's what it looked like and sounded like when the officers showed up here.
I'll go out wide and keep you covered. You want to tap the door? Just wait for me, wait for me. Because I'm going to keep you covered. Go ahead. I got you covered. Come right here. There's too many windows. Here, knock on the door. Dude, we got a phone call from here saying that somebody was dead. What? Is there somebody else that lives on this property that has your address? What's your address? That's it.
That's it. That's what actually got.
We got an address. There was a gunshot and a woman screamed.
What?
I'm serious. That's why we came up here like this, because and then they talked to the caller. Whoever they were talking to said that there's a person dead.
No, sir. No, sir.
Knock on the door. We need to talk to him. We ain't got time for this.
Ma'am, we got to figure out what's going on so we can leave, okay?
Very advised. We make.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost, man. Like, is that the normal reaction? Somebody, no, sir, and then they'll just close the door while the cops are still out there?
Contact. They said nothing happened here. She shut the door. Now she's calling 911. It ain't on their phone.
And this is not a Texas.
Yeah, that's an out-of-state number.
Someone's messing with us. Someone's
But
messing with us.
whoever it would pinged here though, because wherever they call from, it pings and sends it to dispatch.
What the what?
So like whenever you call 911, wherever you are, it sends like a ping to that's how they know the address.
Yeah, man, it's kind of creepy, man. Miss Keita, what's up with it?
And this address came up to this number?
Yes, ma'am, that's where he was meeting. Engine 42.
So it says somebody on my property?
It could be. We'll take the property for you.
Police stuck around for less than 20 minutes, and it does not appear that David was there at the house. Of course, that raises the question of where David was and where he's been ever since his world tour was cut short a week and a half ago and he moved out of his party mansion in the Hollywood Hills.
$213. Masonic cover of the eye at 33 seconds. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, is this stuff make believe or is that actually what's going on? Cause man, I've encountered some people that's Freemasons and everything. And you know what? Now that I think about that, yeah. September 7th. Wait, hold up. She was born on September 7th, so he dropped it on her birthday? Yo, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's too much evidence of communication, her actually being there, and just like with these rappers of them admitting to crimes and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to use that in court also. So like, the dude need to be found. You know what? I ain't gonna say he need to be found guilty, but she needs to get her justice for what's happened to her. And I don't know if he did everything himself or somebody that's associated to him had something to do with it, but she definitely needs her justice. And I believe like a lot of this stuff is gonna come out. A lot of that stuff that's done in the dark, it's only hidden for so long. July 20. The Jesuit order. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, isn't that I don't think that's numerology, but gematria or something like that, where they do all that numerology with the letters into numbers.
Tonight, new questions in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. TMZ now says a source inside the medical examiner's office is doubling down, claiming her body was partially frozen when it was discovered in the Tesla registered to singer David.
Partially frozen. And as they said, frozen in California heat. And I think they said it happened in August. So there ain't no way, man. Ain't no way that you frozen unless somebody put you in the freezer.
Now, this is something LAPD publicly disputes. Harvey Levin, executive producer, founder of TMZ, joins us now live with the latest twists in this already very tense and tight-lipped investigation. Harvey, so many questions, beginning with this detail about was her body partially frozen or not? There is discrepancy, and why does this matter?
Well, I think that it's really important, actually. So we reported over the weekend that we were told the body was partially frozen when it was found. That's pretty remarkable because, remember, it was inside that car for days, and it was hot out when it was found. Remember, it was sitting in late August, early September. So it appeared that the body had been frozen somewhere and was thawing out. Now, the LAPD captain who is running this said, on the LAPD side, came out yesterday and said the body was not frozen. So we have, I don't want to be specific here, but we have a source who is very, very well connected with the medical examiner who sextupled down 5 times, had told us, and we called again today, that the body was frozen, that it was.
California teenager who says he dated Celeste before she ran away to Hollywood is speaking out tonight. Damian Hernandez is the 15-year-old, same age that Celeste would be had she lived past September 7th, her birthday. He says that he and Celeste were a couple when he was in the 8th grade and she was in 7th. In an exclusive interview with TMZ, he says that Celeste was indeed unhappy at home and may have been running away from her family as much as running to her rich and famous new boyfriend, according to what she told him. Here is some of that interview.
I guess she liked me or she was looking for someone, and yeah, we started talking. She was really kind, and she said she wanted something serious.
And how old were you when you met her?
13 or 14.
So at what point did you feel, or did you hear from Celeste that there were problems at home?
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
Did she talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
And then you guys broke up, and the next thing you know, you find out that she's involved with this internet sensation, David.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, like, at all, because, like, she was always, like, so happy and stuff.
What is your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE, and she told me and my friend that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents, and she was, like, joking about it, and she was, like, happy, like, joking like she always was, and, like, it didn't seem real, because, like, she was, like, playing around, joking about it, and the next day she wasn't at school, and, like, that's the last time I saw her.
What was your reaction when you saw the breaking news that they had found your ex-girlfriend's body in the trunk of his car?
My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. I kind of had a feeling when I saw, like, the first thing. I was like, what if it is her? But I just, like, brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, I really knew.
So let me just make sure I'm understanding this correctly. You had seen the news out of Los Angeles that a body was found in his car.
Yeah.
And you immediately had a sinister thought about Celeste?
Yeah, because one of my friends told me.
Were you at home with your mom when they identified Celeste and you saw it all over the news? Can you remember that moment for us?
Yeah, I was on the way to school, and then, like, she just, like, showed me.
Man. Oh, no, not Anton LaVey. LaVey, I mean. Album name Withered. See, that's what I'm saying. It's too many different little Easter eggs and all this stuff that's hinting toward it and insinuating. So, you know, if he didn't do that, with all this insinuation, you deserve it for playing around like that. So, you know, it is what it is. And I really think he is connected close to it. That's just a thought.
In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you.
David has not been arrested.
David has not been arrested. David has not been arrested.
Yo, this nigga looks super suspect. Yeah, man, that situation is crazy. I know a lot of this evidence came out like they said in August, but I do believe that justice will be served, and this dude's about to be found guilty. That's just my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, that's just my opinion, but I think that's what's gonna happen with them, because ain't no way. 9 key questions surrounding the arrest of David's friend. See, that's what I'm saying. It's either this dude or he has some accomplice with him. But man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. If y'all new, subscribe, and don't forget to like. Yeah, I'm gonna do some other stuff later on, but